I'm so excited to share my new most favorite set of watercolors. They're by Viviva. They're called the Viviva Color Sheets. They're so portable, so gorgeous. I just love using them. Besides how wonderful these watercolors work in a visual journal or an art journal or your sketchbook. What I really love about this company is that they are committed to social and environmental justice. They have such a beautiful story. They're not sponsoring this video, but I just want to let you know that if you do purchase these wonderful watercolors using my link, I do get a small commission. They also give me some free samples to share with my audience. So thank you for your support. I'll share with you how I swatch these colors and so much more in this video. Enjoy. Hey, I'm Lisa Sonora, founder of Visual Journal Studio, and I teach visual journaling as a creative outlet that supports your well-being and helps you make meaningful art. Before I unbox these, I just wanted to put them on top of my sketchbook and next to my pencil case so you have a sense of how large the package is. It's really portable, as you can see. Okay, let's open it up and see what's inside. So the whole kit is packed in this little box. There are 16 colors of watercolors. And I tried these for the first time on a recent trip to the United States, where they were out on a display with paper so you could try them. And the idea behind this company is they're very committed to social justice and ecological sustainability. So the idea is to create more zero waste packaging. So everything here is paper. Here is the booklet of watercolors. It is so adorable. And look, it says, Hola, I handcrafted this for you. And it's so interesting that the hello is in Spanish, and I live in a Spanish-speaking country. Very adorable. So this belly band. Okay. And on the back is a portrait of the person who made it. Hi, I'm Ruxar. Love how magenta looks when it is being made. Hope you have a lot of fun using these color sheets. Okay. Let us see. So this is so cute. I don't even want to throw it away. You know it's going to end up in one of my visual journals. And so the watercolors, oh, this is so interesting. Well, this is a really substantial paper. There are instructions. You can put your name and your Instagram. How adorable. Ooh. So the booklet is sewn together. And there is a piece of vellum in between, which is really nice. So the paints, when they're wet, they don't mush onto the other colors. And the colors that you see here, and I like how they label them. And if you look closer, this says, put your swatch there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and swatch these. So I'll come back and flip through. What is going on here? Okay, page intentionally left blank, mix amazing colors here. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's a little, oh, maybe so your palette, I don't know what that's for. Okay. Where to get more, the joy of art, share, they have a little hashtag, Viviva Colors, an Instagram channel. I love their marketing. Yay for them. Okay, I'm going to swatch these, but instead of just putting the color swatch here, I'm going to tell you what kind of materials I'm using and also how I want to swatch these for my own purposes. I can make a separate video on this, but I keep a small sketchbook just about all of my art materials and color palettes so I can compare and contrast materials. So I'm going to make a swatch section of these watercolors here on this side of my sketchbook because I want to compare them to some of my Japanese watercolors, which I'm going to do on this page. Another thing I like to do is have a little separate swatch card of whatever I'm painting with so that when I'm using these, I can refer to this card to see what color I might want instead of having to flip through this whole book. So that's what I'm going to make next. And I have this little pencil kit out because I'm about to go on a trip. And my goal is to only take this amount of art supplies for my small Moleskine Daily Diary sketchbook. And when I found these watercolors, I thought, are they going to fit in here? I did test it. The answer is yes if I take out a bunch of stuff. So that's going to have to be another video, what is going to end up in here. But let me get this swatch together. I'm going to do that. I'm going to try out these two different watercolor brush pens to see. And I have a pencil because I love to do pencil and painting. And also I have this drawing that I started here and cloth to wipe the brush off on. And this is a wet wipe. So I'm going to clean my brush on all of these different surfaces while I'm working. I just realized I wasn't talking while I'm doing this. I'm so enthralled. This is what happens to me when I'm painting. I just get very absorbed. Maybe there's no need to talk. I'm just going to go swatch these. Do you want to watch me swatch? I don't think I'll leave the video on for this whole thing because my last video was so long and my computer wasn't happy about that. Ooh, I love that color. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of opacity to these, more than some other watercolors. You can really layer, get them darker. Here are the color swatches. This is my portable set of swatches. And then I've added them into my color swatch sketchbook. Remember that little belly band that was around the package? I decided I would glue that in here along with, this is the original set of 16 colors so that I don't forget what this is. And I thought that was so adorable. I didn't want to throw it out. And then if they ever come out with, or maybe they have, I don't know, different sets of colors, I'll know what this particular palette is. So let me glue this in. I really am impressed with how opaque and luscious these colors are, especially for such a large set of colors. 16 colors altogether. Oh, this is so satisfying. So funny. The minute I make videos, my dog starts trying to add to the conversation. If you hear him barking out there. All right. And so this little swatch, I'm going to figure out how to get that into this book, the color sheet book. I can't wait to use these in my sketchbook and on a trip. But you see how, let's just look at these again, how beautiful and opaque. Let's talk about what I love about these. There are 16 colors and they're all very different from each other. So there are a lot of different tones. I love the greens, this very deep sort of greenish blue, almost turquoise. And I love this color. What do they call it? So I put these in order going this way. So starting with crimson, that third color is vermilion. I just love it. It almost looks like coral. Has some beautiful yellow browns. And I need to play with this a little bit more. Here, let me try it. This, when I painted it, it read more purple. And when I painted the swatch in the book, it looked purple. But now that it's dry, it looks a bit more black. And so at first I was worried that it didn't include a color black because that's really important, especially for mixing. So let me see if this turns darker. Oh yeah, now it looks black. When it's translucent, it's a little more Payne's gray purple, which actually is really nice. It's got some blue in it, whereas a straight gray would, I don't know. I've never seen a black exactly like this before, and I really, really like it. A lot of times in watercolors, the blacks look more like ink, which is beautiful, and I love that. But as I'm layering this, it's getting blacker. But to my eye, this still looks like purple to me. So that would be my only minor complaint. And it's not even a complaint. Complaint is too strong of word. But maybe because of their process, how they're drying the paints and it's all natural, how they're drying them and processing them, maybe it's just really hard to get a black tone because it's not really a color that occurs in nature. I don't know. That's a question I'll have for if I ever get to talk to them about their paint. And another thing I learned a little bit too late, because I didn't read the instructions. Are you like me and you just go for it and don't read the instructions? One of the instructions is to let the colors dry before you close the book. And I think that's why I got some marks on here on the vellum. And I think an easy way to let it dry would be just to set it out like this. The instructions how to use these are right in the front, but did I read them first? No, I just started painting, which is what we do. It's like what a little kid would do. Okay, see, I just closed it. All right. How do I know it's wet? It's just a little bit shiny, the black. Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. I want to glue this in the book and not cover up anything. So that's why I left that little flap there. And I didn't want to cover up any of their branding or messaging. I just think it's lovely. And I didn't want to cover up the directions. I thought about just gluing it there and I thought, no, I want to refer to the directions. And if I'm with a friend and they want to look at this, then they can see how to use it. So what I'm going to do is glue that right in there. And then my swatches are handy. So for example, if I'm wondering which color blue, it's really easy to see and compare them. Oops. If you don't know by now, my students will know this, but I'm a fairly messy creator. How I will see it, this is all smudged. It's okay. it's lived in and well loved and well used. So I got glue on there though, and I don't want the paper to stick together. So this is my favorite non-art supply to have in the studio, wet wipes. I love when I'm visual journaling or even doing something like this. If you go over glue, the wet wipe will just take it off. Yay. Okay. So, and just for fun, sometimes when I tip paper in like this in my sketchbooks, I'll add some washi tape to reinforce it. I'm too lazy to go get my straight edge to cut that cleanly. Oh well. So fun. Well, I guess I should put my name and Instagram handle on here. Come say hi. Okay. That's not going to be dark. I'm in need of a new Sharpie pen. This is a terrible demo of how to do your name. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. I'm so thrilled to have these to travel with. I love the cause. I love what the company's doing. I'll include some links below so you can learn more about them. And I will be traveling with them in this kit. I'm not sure all what's going to come on that trip, but that will be a separate video. When I was making the swatch book, this is the paper that I blotted and cleaned my paintbrush off with, and I used just a water brush. And this piece of paper is actually a magazine page that I painted acrylic paint on top of and just did a little pencil sketch. I didn't experiment much with color mixing. However, I feel like the colors really blend together well. And to me, this would be more of an underpainting of what I'm doing. So I want to go over this with pencils, crayons, markers, and maybe some other paint and see what happens. But you didn't see this part behind the scenes, but in between videos, I actually had a conference call where I was planning a workshop. She wouldn't say this looks like her, but while we were talking and planning, I was sketching and painting her, filling out my swatches, kind of multitasking. So that was fun. This is a memento of our conversation. And I will probably add some writing and things in here. So it's kind of a detached visual journal page at the moment. I'm not sure where it will go, but it was just a blank piece of paper that I had handy to practice using these colors. Positioning this to take a photo, I noticed that the book wouldn't lay totally flat, and then I realized that perhaps this belly band was supposed to be kept to go around it. But knowing me, I would have broken it and ripped it, by the second time. So I'm going to just use a rubber band, which I don't have handy, so I'm going to clamp that here. I'm telling you that in case that will bother you. So maybe save your belly band that goes around this. if you want your booklet to stay closed. Something else to keep in mind, as I showed you with the black color, when I painted in the swatch area, it covered up the name. So what I would do differently on my next pack is actually to write down the names of the colors in my swatch book. Because you can see how opaque these are, which is so great. Because you can always water down watercolor, but you can't make it darker if it's very translucent. So on some of these, I can't really see what the name of the color is. Maybe it's really not that important because it's not like you're gonna be reordering a pan of watercolor. But I just like to know the names of the colors, especially if I wanted to compare a particular yellow ochre, for example, or chrome yellow to another brand. Before you go, I just want to point you to a couple more videos to watch next that I mentioned in this video. You made it all the way here to the end, so if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and do consider subscribing. I'd love to have you here at Visual Journal Studio.